welcome back to another edition of MBK411. I'm Brittany Nicholson, and we have plenty of information for you guys, so let's not waste any more time. All right, to start it off, for all AP students looking to estimate their AP scores, make sure you visit appass.com. Just in case you missed it, we have the link beside me, so make sure you take that down and check it out when you get a chance. For all of you hardcore readers out there, we recently wrapped up National Library Month, and we even got to catch up with one of our beloved librarians, Miss Murray. Take a look.
National Library Month is always every April. We look forward to it every year. We do different little celebrations. We always have a contest for students to answer some questions, and we have a contest for faculty to answer some questions. And everybody who has a perfect paper, we put them in a hat and we draw winners. They get 2 tickets to a movie theater. Of course, what we like to celebrate is how much fun it is to read and all the right ways to do research and all the things that go with being in a library and using a library responsibly and all the fun things you can do there. We also had this year, we had our very first author visit. Bonnie Watson, who has written 2 books, came and she did a presentation yesterday to Mr. Richardson's computer graphics students and Ms. Watson's creative writing students. This is her first book, Wisdom, and she was here and talked to them about careers in writing and computer graphics. The other thing we do is because we want teachers to come in the library and see more of what we have to offer, we have snacks and treats for them all day long, all week long during this particular week. And we have brownies and strawberries and coffee and fresh fruit, and it works. They come in and they see new things and they learn new things, and then they get to share that with you and the students, and that's really what we do for National Library Month.
On a more lovely note, we have some rather surprising footage from Miss Cristiano's chorus class. Get your Kleenex, everyone. This one's a doozy.
To our class.
National Honor Society, which I had the wonderful opportunity of being a part of, recently took to the halls and recognized eligible applicants for next year.
Fellow classmates are being recognized today for their excellence in scholarship, leadership, service, and character. These distinguished few will be given the opportunity to be a member of the most prestigious organization at Meadowbrook High School, the National Honor Society.
A fellow student here at MBK, Danielle, was recently recognized for her academic achievements. She received a numerous number of gifts that will go towards her college education. Take a look.
This is the first time we've done this. So far this year, we've given school bags to 5th graders in Chesterfield County. We've worked at the food bank, and we have given money to provide food for kids in Chesterfield County. And we give a $1,000 scholarship every year. And we just added this project of doing a college shower for a student.
Actually, because I'm like the 6th of my class of my senior year, and they wanted somebody who's interested in education, and I'm kind of interested in education and also international studies. So Mr. Knowles asked my counselor, and then my counselor told him I was the perfect one.
Chad Knowles, the assistant principal at Meadowbrook, was kind enough to look into finding us a student. Pam and I met with Danielle, and we thought she was a great candidate, and we're very happy that she's going to Virginia Union, and we wish her all the luck in the world.
MBK loves MBK!
I'm proud to say that we as a film department had the wonderful opportunity to be recognized for our efforts as well by an awesome news station, one of the best news stations around, Fox 35. Well, to start off, Marquette, how did you, what inspired you to pursue this profession, and how did you go about getting into it?
Well, I remember being young and watching TV and looking at all the talk shows and the entertainment shows out there and thinking, I want to do that. So when I got to college, I majored in communications, and then I went to grad school because the internet was hot at that time. So I actually majored in interactive journalism, which was a hybrid of broadcasting, web development, producing websites, and radio.
Yes. What is your favorite part about your job?
Well, there are many aspects that are fun. I really like from day to day, I really don't know what to expect because I'm talking to different people all of the time. Sometimes I'll come in and they'll say, oh, we're going to do a shoot. We did a shoot for Christmas at National Harbor, and I got to interview Santa Claus. So it's really unexpected. You go places that you've never been before, and I feel like with the internet and social media, you're reaching audiences way beyond just your community. It's really a global audience.
Well, the whole golf PSA was a blast. It was something so new and so different for crime solvers. But I think one of my favorite parts probably had to be Watson on the tee at the very beginning. Just the swing and a miss, and for that to come from our own mascot, Watson, I just thought that was a great way to introduce the whole promo. Well, as I mentioned, this PSA was very different from what we've done in the past. In the past, we would stand on the golf course, we would talk about the tournament, and just give very basic pieces of information. Well, this year, working with Meadowbrook High School gave us that opportunity to get so much more creative with this and to bring out an element that was going to capture people by a little bit of comedy and still give them information on how they could support crime solvers.
Well, as you all know, our annual flag ceremony is definitely right around the corner, and many of the organizations are hard at work already. We even got a chance to catch up with one of these organizations, Taiko Drumming. Take a look.
The Taiko drumming, Taiko is Japanese for drumming, and then I didn't know anything about it, but two of the students went to University of Richmond and recorded the community group's performance and showed it to me. And they wanted to do it at last year's flag ceremony, and then we agreed on doing it. But I didn't know anything, so I went to the community group and asked for help. And then one person started coming to the school and started teaching our students in Japanese club. And then our students actually learned how to play taiko drumming and then performed last year. And this year we started the practice once a week, every week since January. So they have been practicing a lot, and they are actually much better shape than they were last year. And so if you thought that was good last year, this year is going to be really, really wonderful. And then flag ceremony is May 24th, and then we are going to perform on that day, so enjoy the performance this year.
And added on to our success, our film teacher, Mr. West, has been recognized as Teacher of the Year. Check out this rather interesting interview I had with him. All right, Mr. West, no need for an introduction. You already know the drill. First and foremost, how does it feel to be named the 2014 Teacher of the Year for Meadowbrook High School?
Well, it's a very humbling experience. I'm very honored to be nominated by my fellow peers. I've spent a lot of time in Meadowbrook. I have a lot invested in Meadowbrook, and I really just want to do the best that I can to represent the school and the student body. And you know, I really have to thank my students because they're the ones that have kind of put us on the map with all the great work that they've done this year. And you know, I think if it weren't for them, that I probably wouldn't have been noticed. But so I really have to give them a lot of the credit. It's all because of them.
Okay. All right. Well, can you explain your teaching style or method and why it works so well?
Yeah, you know, there's a lot that goes into a teaching style. It's kind of like being a great chef. You know, there's a lot of ingredients that you kind of incorporate into a good meal or a good dish. And of course, you know, every once in a while you need to inflict a little bit of pain.
We're gonna first start with the main light. Hello? Go to sleep! See, class, that is unacceptable. I will not tolerate. Oh, you done yet? Go, start dreaming, baby. Wow,
is that even legal?
Yeah, of course it is. Actually, let me tell you about this. What I did was I sent home a contract to the parents. Yeah. And it was disguised as, you know, the kids were being allowed to watch certain clips from certain films that may not be PG or PG-13. Yes. And so the parents signed this contract, but what they didn't see was a little clause, disclaimer inside the contract that said I was allowed to put their kid in a sleeper hold. So sleeper hold. So you know, I put them to sleep. So so the parents actually signed a contract allowing me to put their child in a sleeper hold, an effective sleeper hold.
All right. Well. What is it you think that your peers admire the most about you, I guess, besides the sleeper hold?
Well, that's a good question. I'm not really sure what they admire. You know what? I think, you know, I think the female staff members really admire my sweet side, the Coach Wheezy side. Hey there, lovelies.
Woo! Hello?
Yes, can I help you?
I just want to tell you that life is full of rough waters, and I'm just trying to set your sails.
Oh my gosh, he's so dreamy.
Just call me Captain
Oh my
Easy.
goodness.
Excuse me, can I please check out this book? The book?
Go to sleep. Can't you see I'm putting in work?
Wow, that's impressive. There's that chokehold again, right? Yeah. I don't know if that's really allowed, Mr. West.
Yeah, your face isn't allowed.
Did you say something?
Huh?
Really? You said something.
You said something.
Okay. Well, can you give us some specific examples of how you effectively apply your teaching style in a classroom setting?
Sure. Another great question. I do remember one situation where a young man came into my classroom with some delicious-looking cookies. And the young man asked if anybody wanted some cookies.
Anybody want some cookies?
So, you know, being the great athlete that I am, I jumped on a sleeper hold real quick and got myself some cookies.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Okay. We're cooking, man. Start getting some work done, man. What y'all doing? Stop slacking.
There was another instance where I was passing by the bathroom and I smelled something a little suspect, so I peeked inside and I saw two young men look like they were doing some little fishy, so I got one of them in a chokehold, put him to sleep real quick.
What's going on here? Man, what you want? Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Oh, you want some too? Go to sleep. You want some?
And you know, did what I had to do and reported those two young men to the office and took care of business. Those are just a couple of examples that make me special.
Yeah, well, this was a complete and utter waste of my time. I just want to thank you for whatever it is that you do.
You're a complete waste of utter time.
Really?
Really?
Okay, just cut the camera. This is over. Over. All right, well, enough of me. Let's take it on to our newly added piece, Around the Halls, with Devon and Edgar.
Thank you, Brittany. We recently got a chance to stop Mr. Hamlick in the 800 hallway and got a chance to ask him a few questions about the display.
I just have a lot of that material at home. It's a collection of mine, so I just bring in a few things when I can, and I actually break a lot of stuff when I'm moving it. So, I mean, I get it from a lot of different shows around the world, mostly in Colorado, Denver, Colorado. Well, some of the fossils there are used to correlate geologic time periods, so they could see that the same fossil was found in two different continents that eventually spread apart. So some of them are used for samples for continental drift. Others, the minerals, is for our mineral unit. You could see which ones that are common but actually form naturally in the earth. A lot of the things, or a lot of the minerals that we study, they're on the internet so you could see them, but you don't get to like kind of hold them. You can't get all your senses to touch, feel, or smell them, because some of them, they stink, and you can't see that through the internet, or you can't smell it through the internet. So, I don't know, it makes it feel like they're more real.
Shout out to Mr. Hamlick and the science part for putting in extra work for our educational benefits. As you can see, that's all we have from Around the Halls. I'm Devon.
And I'm Edgar.
Back to you, Brittany.
Thanks, Edgar and Devon. Now, last but certainly not least, we have sports with Jeremiah.
What's up, guys? It's Jeremiah here with sports. It's a lot of things going on, so let's get right into it. The MBK track team is doing pretty good this year. They recently just had a track meet a couple of days ago. Check out a few clips from that. Linda has all the things that you need to know about the boys and girls soccer team. So take it away, Linda.
MBK's women's soccer has dealt with some tough losses, and unfortunately they're still looking for their first district victory. On the other hand, the men's soccer team is tied for #1 in the district and is ranked 5th in the region. They have recently played an amazing game against Matoka High School and had an amazing comeback against Colonial Heights.
That was a goal. And I got it on video. And I got it on video. And I got it.
Women's soccer team are looking forward to finishing their season off strong. We hope to see a large crowd to come out and support. Back to you in the studio.
The boys and girls tennis team is doing pretty good this year. Marcella has all the latest stuff you need to know about that. Take it away, Marcella.
I'm here with our men and women varsity tennis teams as they face off in their last few matches before heading off to districts. While it's proven to be a tough season with challenging opponents, our Monarchs remain determined and continue to play hard. Be sure to support our fellow Monarchs as they compete in the Central District Tournament from May 6th to May 8th right here in Meadowbrook. Back to you in the studio.
Well, that's all I got. Back to you, Brittany.
Thanks, Jeremiah. Unfortunately, that's all we have for now. But just in case you missed any good stuff from today's show, make sure you visit youtube.com/MBK411. You can go on to Twitter @MediaMBK, or you could follow our new website, MBK411.com. I'm Brittany Nicholson. See you later.